Babe,
let's freaking go.
Wait a minute. Before you let's freaking go, did you set your alarm?
Yes, alarm is set.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I'm staying up all night, baby. Looking at the best win of the year. 4 consecutive Florida W's. In the famous words of Justin Jefferson. 4 consecutive, baby. Let's freaking go. 3 in a row. 3. Not 1, not 2. 3 in a row as underdogs. There's so much I want to get to today. Josh Williams playing unbelievable. John Emery playing unbelievable. But the story is Jaden Daniels actually getting vertical. Right? Now, there was a lot talk of LSU not being able to get vertical in the passing game. And all LSU did was just that. They were able to get the football down the field, right? And obviously, to me, an even bigger story, at least we had seen, the occasional Jaden Daniels throw here or there. The big story here is Kayshawn going over 100 yards and them naming him team captain before the season actually began. So as we continue, once again, I am experimenting something new. We did the later live stream after the Auburn game, and I wanted to start a little bit later this evening. Once again, we are in Chicago, Illinois. Obviously, not my typical backdrop. I don't even know what this pillow is. These trendy hotel pillows are always so interesting. And I'm wearing a Jordan shirt in honor of being Chicago, right? So it's pretty interesting. Now, we're going to get to as many questions as we possibly can. I'm still going to cut a film study tonight. Obviously, there was a lot of talk not extending the game towards the end, such as putting Florida to bed. So Florida Gators on their home field. I think the only thing where you can really say, all right, that was really bad, was the tackling on the Anthony Richardson play. So, for me, I don't even need this light. For me, I think that was huge. Obviously, if you're LSU, you don't want to give up those long runs such as that one. Okay? So we have a lot to get to and not a lot of time. I'll tell you a little bit more about my Chicago journey. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, cracking one open just like we did at a halftime. And now I am ready to stay up all night. So get your questions in. I think the Anthony Richardson run is a little concerning. Obviously, the defense, this is the 3rd game in a row. Obviously, they had a rough half versus Auburn. But this is, 4 consecutive brutal quarters from the LSU defense. But you know what? College football is an offensive game, and I am very happy as a team that we were able to actually get something going offensively. We took it to them. Now, as far as Jaden is concerned, obviously I'm going to have, a more detailed breakdown of him in our film study. But the truth of the matter is, you got to give Mike Denbrock a lot of credit. He did a really good job mixing in some stuff that was a little bit easier, that was a little bit simpler. Also, give Florida defenses credit for being absolutely dookie water. So, we're going to get to as much as we possibly can this evening. Thank you so much. Yusha, holding it down. Thank you so much from all your support over the years, man. I really appreciate it. Obviously, this is Haley's birthday weekend. We wanted to do it big, and she got to see her dear beloved Harry Styles last night. So that's all that matters, is Haley had a good time. Natty Run 2023. Let's freaking go. Donovan, by the end of this live stream, I'm going to have Miranda Lambert on this show so you can be her new opener, okay? So, truth be told, we have a lot to get to. Shirt, I love it. What's up? We say hi to Adam. A kid, Nino, I appreciate it. Yeah, gotta rock MJ in his city, man. Oh, Joe, I gotta know more about this. Okay, it's late. I can give you all the spiel. I wish I could see my ex-wife and the rest of her family's face. I hope this is a Florida Gators related thing. I think it is. The biggest mistake you made was marrying a Florida Gator, obviously. Actually did meet some Florida fans a little bit earlier. So there you go. So Donovan and Yusha, you get to pick the first few topics. Feeling really good tonight. Obviously, I cheer for this team so hard. And we don't get many opportunities such as this to go out there and get W's, right? There he is. Look at the avatar change. I love it. I freaking love it. Adam, thank you so much for the super chat. You get to pick the next topic. Let's go to Hunter here. Good to see you. Everyone welcome Hunter. Hunter, I think you've been here before. I'm not sure. Most of the country things so far about this coaching staff is actually CQB development. Definitely been liking that in that area for a while. Good stuff. Jared, thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate you. Jared has gotten to know a little bit more details about my trip. I did actually, and a little bit later I'll reveal, I did have one of the coolest things happen to me tonight during the Florida game. The coolest thing. And I will share why a little bit later what happened to me tonight. I will say Jared does know because Jared has been one of my top PHLers. And, I get to talk to Jared. He's one of my really good friends now. So there you go. I'll tell you a little bit later. It's honestly the coolest thing that's happened to me in a while. She is knocked out, sleep on the bed right here with her headphones in. It's crazy how these noise canceling headphones, even we don't obviously have a gazillion dollars to get like the gas cans, but she's got the just even like you can't hear anything even with we don't even have AirPods, even with the stringy thing, right? Now, I will say this really quickly. My last live stream from a hotel was from a hotel in Paris, France. And Haley lost our AirPod in a hotel in Paris that was the size of a pizza box. I don't know how she lost both of the AirPods. She dinged it. It was in the room. She can't even hear me right now. So all your super chats are going to go towards maybe some AirPods for me to be able to do it on the road. So type Y for yes right now. If you can hear me good and clear, type Y for yes, type in for no. Obviously, audio is not going to be as good as it normally is. Okay. Now, this is key right here. The kid, I am a fourth down fanatic. Go for it on fourth down. And Brian Kelly showed some real guts going for it. I hated the play call. We barely got it. And it is more Josh Williams' heart and determination than anything else. Okay. Now, I'm going to share with you a few little things that I picked up. We're going to play a film clip here in just a second. So there you go. Now, when I reveal this thing a little bit later, it's going to blow your freaking mind. I promise you. So you got to hang out, right? I'm going to show some love for some of our people that are going to hang out with us all night. Okay. Experimenting with the later live stream at the same time. It's going to be fun. And this is key right here from TJ, one of our many patrons. Okay. Screw the fourth down conversions. We were elite on third. And this is the truth. And this is a really good point by TJ. Okay. TJ brings up something that's very interesting about fourth down discourse. All right. Because here's what's going to happen. Well, we made the field goal from a deeper distance. Why did we go for it at first on fourth? Well, that wasn't Cade York kicking, right? That wasn't a kicker who was as good as Cade York. So, truth be told, fourth down decision-making oftentimes doesn't get discussed along with the first, second, and third down decision-making. Obviously, LSU's foot went off the gas pedal a little bit. That was going to happen. All offenses go through a little bit of a lull, right? Tennessee's did today. You just got to be ready for the comeback. And once again, I will not excuse the Anthony Richardson 81-yard touchdown. That was probably outside of the muff punt from earlier. We're going to talk about special teams as well. Probably the times where you said, what the F happened. But obviously, we'll talk more about LSU's offense as the game moved forward. once the score went 42-21, how the heck did it go to 42-35? Well, as you guys saw tonight, Florida's offense was the second most explosive offense in all of college football. I'm thinking Daniels, once again, Mike, thank you so much for the super chat. I think Daniels had to throw the ball to the playmakers or somebody else, Will, talking to you. Well, Mike, he did before Tennessee, right? They had already relayed that message to him. And tonight, I'm going to be honest, I do feel Jaden took more chances. Now, taking a chance when somebody is clearly offsides is a little bit different than just taking a normal chance on a normal standard play. So, still, though, I think we also learned something else. You know, Dre Jenkins is just one of the best. Like, Dre Jenkins will beat Terrence Tolliver here in like 10 years, where we won't talk about him the same way we talk about Jamar Chase, and we shouldn't. We won't talk about him the same way we talk about Odell Beckham. But Dre Jenkins is so freaking good at football. All this guy does is make plays. All this guy does is get open. All this guy does is make pure hands catches of the football. And you saw tonight, LSU's wide receiver room, you know, it's kind of hard to argue against Tennessee's wide receiver room right now, but they have a better offense than ours. LSU's wide receiver room is probably the best in the West. And they proved it again tonight. So at least we got vertical. I think getting vertical is, you know, it's tough. Give Florida's defense a lot of credit, though. They played like, well, Dookie Water. Jeremy, I love it. Harold Perkins better than Will Anderson. Today he was. And I know what a lot of you are going to say. We could have used that versus Tennessee. We wouldn't have beat Tennessee anyway. Okay? I reverse jinxed LSU with my negativity. You are all welcome. Get out of here, negative Nancy. You saw this earlier with my LSU versus Florida preview. Okay? I said yesterday, all signs point to Florida winning this game. It's LSU, Florida. It's wild. For the third consecutive year, LSU went into a game versus Florida. And this is a wackiness of being an LSU fan. This is a wackiness of being one of these LSU fans. Okay? The most important thing, I'm looking at you, yes, you, right now, is Florida sucks. There he is. There he is. Let's go. I'm flying to LA next week to come see you, Van. I'm flying to LA. I'm in Chi-Town, baby. Living large. I feel like that First We Feast meme. Paul Rudd. Look at us. Who would have thought? That is a very internet thing. All right. If you spend as many hours on the internet as me, you know what I'm talking about. That is just such a great meme. Look at us. Who would have thought? Me and you. Let's go. God, I hate Florida so much. And the fact that two of these wins happen in games. We were underdogs. Two of these wins. Not one, two of these wins happen in Gainesville. Two of these wins happen the week after we play like Dookie Water. Two of these wins. Well, in actuality, all three of them. 2020 Bama, we get beat down. We come out, play the best game of the year versus Florida. 2021, we get beat down by Kentucky. We come out, play the best game of the year versus Florida. This year, we lay an egg at home versus Tennessee, and we come out looking like real SEC West contenders, as Van points out right here. Notre Dame loses. Ha! Who would have thunk? By the way, have you guys seen Marshall? Have you guys seen Marshall? Oh, wait, you have, because half of my viewers live in the 337. And you watched that game earlier this week. Marshall can't move the football. And Notre Dame, Marshall has lost all 3 of their games versus FBS teams not named Notre Dame. God, Notre Dame stinks. And be honest, all right? Obviously, the LSU game had already started, but a few of you, let's be honest, you cheated on LSU tonight. You had a side chick, and the side chick's name was the Alabama-Tennessee game. Okay? The great Chris Rock. Well, I won't say that. I won't say that. I'll say that for a little bit later. But we all had a side chick tonight, and that was the Tennessee game, right? We all thought Alabama was going to win. Bryce Young, he's got everything going for him. He's short, check. People love short people. We relate to short people. Bryce Young, he's got everything going for him. We all thought he was going to drive and lead them to victory. But no, Hendon freaking Hooker. Be honest. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Were you cheering? I'm looking at you right now. Were you cheering? Were you cheering for Tennessee? LSU plus 8.5. That might have been the closest 40-13 game ever. I get what you're saying. We gave them the game, basically, but still. But tell them, Jay Hill, we want Bama. Holden, good to see you again, man. I did not know this. BK is the first LSU coach ever to beat Auburn and Florida on their fields in the same season. Very interesting. I love it. 0%. I made sure my bar had Arky BYU on the main TV. Very interesting. I'm glad Arkansas went out to win. I didn't see the ending. I did see KJ Jefferson down on the field. You guys know I got a bro crush on KJ Jefferson. He is one of my favorite quarterbacks that I've ever watched. Okay? We all have our favorites on other SEC teams. KJ is a battler. There's not one player that carries their team more than that guy. Not a single one. That dude puts the team on his back. This is mine for being late. Was watching Tennessee. Yes, cheering Tennessee. Thank you, Boris. That's called being truthful. We need more of that. Cheers to you, man. I don't care. I'm not. We got a 5 a.m. flight. I don't give 2 craps. I'm staying up all night. Staying up all freaking night. Staying up all freaking night. Don't give a flip. Staying up all freaking night. Let's go. Who wants to get on my level right now? Who wants to get on my level? King Ulysses, somebody called you out recently in a comment section. Where's King Ulysses been? Let me change the title. I'll change the title. Let's see. Actually, let me put this right here. There you go. The pizza was world class. So a lot of you have been asking me questions about Chicago. I'll get to some more of those. I had the Lou Malinati's deep dish. It was really good. Not a top 3 item for me, though. I had the Portillo's beef sandwich. Incredible. Jan Vo, I did not cheat on LSU with Tennessee. I just had a menage a trois watching them on 2 screens. Oh, man. I wouldn't know what that felt like. Let's see. Carter had too much. How much fruity beer have you had? So I had to drink a bunch of fruity drinks at Harry Styles last night. So let's go. Jay Hill. Jay Hill is just expert. Freeman and Mel Tucker. Man, what is going on in Michigan State? Yeah, Will Reichert was like a really good kicker for them, and he's just stunk in recent weeks. Okay. Y'all true to hate on Jaden. Look, let's talk about Jaden Daniels tonight. He was spectacular. And the truth is, and this is the honest truth about Jaden Daniels as a runner, he is closer to Lamar than he is, let's say, who's a decent runner as a quarterback. Like he's the best runner at the quarterback position in the SEC. I think you saw the 2 like just beastiest beast runners with the football in their hands at the quarterback position, and maybe all the sport tonight. Jaden is so fast, and I think one thing, right, that showed itself out. Let's just say, the coaches watching all 22, and Jaden missed more throws in the game that they would have liked. Okay, he could have thrown it here on time. He could have thrown it there. The truth, though, is even a good running quarterback. Oh, okay, here's a good thing. Let's say Justin Jefferson, who was a good runner, but he wasn't elite. Jaden is elite as a runner. Not good, not great, elite. Now, as a thrower, he is not. But you saw tonight, if he is a decent thrower, we're not asking him to be spectacular. We're not asking him to be Burrow. We're not asking him to be Dan freaking Marino right there. If he is elite as a runner, you don't have to be spectacular as a thrower. And tonight he showed that. He is truly special with the football in his hands. And what I want you to do, and this was something I was looking at before this live stream began, if you were to go back and look at the runs that he made, go count how many times the defensive ends thought that they had the angle, and Jaden is still able to turn the edge just slightly. That is ridiculous speed, ridiculous body control. And that is truly, truly, truly special. And it's to the point now where you're like, I mean, how many people on the team are faster than Jaden Daniels? It's unbelievable. So, like, while Jordan Jefferson was a good runner, he wasn't Jaden. Most quarterbacks aren't Jaden, right? He is closer to a Lamar Jackson God tier level runner than he is like a middle tier runner. Let's say someone like Will Levis, who's got some dual threat ability. Okay. This can I complain about something really quickly? Okay. This hotel's like cool. Is like really nice. This hotel like opened like 3 weeks ago, right? And I knew like I was bringing my laptop, so I wanted to stay somewhere nice in Chicago. I cannot stay in the same room as Haley doing live streams again. I just looked at the thermostat, and thankfully the thermostat is right here. Okay. Do you know what she had this room? I was like starting to sweat, and I was like, oh, well, it might be hot because I have her makeup mirror as my light here. Okay. Do you want to know what she had the room temperature on in here? In a hotel, we don't have to worry about paying an electric bill. We don't have to worry about paying an electric bill. So we can have this thing like the freaking frozen tundra in Super Bowl III. She had the thermostat on 82. 82. And they got a fancy little iPad in here. So 82. 80 freaking. I'm done. I got this light on. I feel like I'm about to start rotating like a freaking burnt rotisserie chicken at 3 p.m. at a come and go. And by the way, who named the place Come and Go? Really? God bless. No freaking way. 82. We don't have to pay an electric bill. I mean, goodness. If I wanted a sauna, I'd go to the gym. I just want to talk about football, but I'm sitting here freaking. It's 80, 82. I don't know, Paris, but that ain't my problem. He is truly special, Mike. You are right. Okay, they weren't calling you out on anything. They were just like, "Where have you been?" King Alyssa like rolled his sleeves up. He's like, "Now who called me out?" 82. It's already feeling cooler in here, right? I was getting ready to dunk this beer on my head. Stone Cold Steve Austin, this thing. Appreciate you, Michael B. Go ahead and knock out. If y'all aren't late nighters, that's fine. Biggie Bull, you've been in Jaden's corner. I'll give you that, man. Hey, Seminole Seth, you have been jumping back in my live streams. I like that. Seminole Seth was like, look, if there was ever a time for me to jump into an LSU live stream, I'll it. Oh man, what a sucky week to have this name. Wow. I do not think you'll be super chatting me. I doubt it's the same person, but that would be pretty wild. So D freezes you out. See, she's a keeper. I love it. Sempre was all they had at 7-Eleven. Nothing wrong with the Mick Ultra, baby. I love how trolly this chat can get. I'm not much of like the trollster kind of type. Well, come on, it's the internet. It's okay to troll.
I'm fine. I'm getting my eyebrow.
I know. This one's mine.
Where's mine?
It's under your back.
Here, take that.
What do I want this for? What is this for?
Not everybody.
You had the thermostat on 83.
I did? I'm sorry.
83.
I was cold.
But you don't put it on 83.
Good night, baby.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Throw it away. You set your alarm?
Yes. You've asked me 1,000 times. I'm not going to sleep tonight. How am I going to go to sleep? We just put up 45 points. We can freaking win the West this year. Let's go. We have an offense now. It is just one game. All right, I'm done. I lost 20 freaking viewers because I got White Claw and peanut butter crackers. It'll be another high-scoring game this week. Ooh. Quinshawn Judkins. If you don't know who that is, first off, he's got one of the coolest names ever. Second off, the kid can flat out play. That kid is good. Dang, fanatic. That's deep. You want me to ask her? You want me to ask her right now? I'll talk about this really briefly, right? So, look. Second night for Jack Besh. It's up. There's no other way around it. Not only did you muff the punt, you muffed the kick last week. Everyone knows you for your sure handiness, whatever you want to call it. Got to know Jack some, okay? Truth be told, I try my best to be as honest with my commentary as I possibly can. Jack made a critical mistake, but hear me out, okay? Tonight proved what the modern game of football actually is. And the Jack Besh punt return actually tells you a lot about modern football, okay? If you can control what you can control, and there's not a lot you can totally control in the world of football, but in essence, when you play offense, you're in control of the game, right? The defense reacts to what you do offensively, if that makes sense, okay? So what does that mean? Well, if you go out there and score a touchdown every single time, you're going to win. And that is what LSU did on their first 6 possessions, okay? If you score a touchdown every single time, it doesn't matter if you muff a punt. It doesn't matter if you blow a coverage. It doesn't matter if Jared Bernard Converse gets burned for the second straight game of the week. It doesn't matter if they are running the football right down our throats. It doesn't matter because the offensive side of the football is way more important than the defensive side of the football. Teams play at faster paces. There's more plays per game. Not quite as many more possessions per game, but there still is more possessions per game. It's not like some infinite amount than what it used to be. And the SEC is full of teams that play fast. So when you play fast, there are more plays, thus meaning offense is ultimately the more important side of the football. So what Brian Kelly said today, or a few weeks ago, was actually quite prophetic. Who cares if we beat Auburn? I'm happy we beat Auburn. But we were lucky the offense for Auburn wasn't quite as mature as it is now with Robbie Ashford at quarterback. And we got to play in an Auburn offense that was a lot better today. Okay. So the truth is, tonight showed the difference. We made two massive errors on special teams in the first half of the Tennessee game. We made two massive special teams errors in the first half of the Florida game. What was the difference? Well, LSU's offense was not good, not great, special. One of the better offensive performances probably this year in the SEC in general, especially considering what you expected from the LSU offense going into this game. So, yeah. I really feel for Jack right now. We love Jack on here. We love everybody that comes on the channel. And I got to say this, he's going to bounce back. Now, this is another harsh truth about playing at LSU. Jack Bech would be the number 2 wide receiver on a lot of teams. I think he could be the number 2 wide receiver on some really good teams throughout college football this year. But at LSU, if you want to play wide receiver at LSU, Coy Moore had a big catch today. You better be really freaking special, okay? And it's not the fact that Jack isn't playing well. It's just everybody else on the team's really good. Ryan Thomas Jr. is going to get drafted. Kayshawn is definitely going to get drafted. Malik is definitely going to get drafted really high. Trey Jenkins is going to get drafted. So I feel for Jack Bech. I really do. Jack, Shaw, and Max Kosher, shout out to huge LSU fans. But Robbie is for sure the biggest. Great wins, boy. Welcome to the channel, John Herc. Shout out to Jack. Shout out to Max. Jack and Max. And shout out to Robbie. There you go. I like it. Already scouting out your future analyst job with LSU. I love it. Change your avatar, went through an interview, and you said, look, I want to be in Baton Rouge. I get it. You want to work with Brian Kelly again. I get it. Like you got the LSU Tiger logo. No, Austin, I don't think so. Because nobody is strictly a punt returner in high school, if you get what I'm saying. So, and also something else is punters in high school suck. So you never actually get like a real punt return in high school. So there you go. Guys, Jack is still gonna have a great career at LSU. We know this. Okay. Here are your final stats right here. Once again, the key number is yards per play, 7.5. Well, points, obviously, but yards per play, 7.5. That's really, really, really good. When we came into this game, averaging 4.83 versus Power 5 competition. Jack wasn't recruited to return punts and kicks. I wouldn't marry Jesus in today's time. We put up a 40-piece, though. We did. Irish breakdown. Ha. It's just kind of interesting. So like Stanford's just bad. A Wilder won. I totally forgot that fight was happening. All right, who are we bullying tonight into changing their avatar to an actual photo? I know Thomas looks like you don't want to see him, but Austin, I'm bullying some of y'all tonight into changing your photo. Alex, not worried about that right now. Dang, I put a curse word on the screen. Come on, Michael B. You're one of my best buds, and you do that? Come on, Michael B. Got to keep it clean. Peer pressure. Dang, Jason. Looked like that thing that snapped his fingers one time. Huh. Looked like that dude that snapped his fingers that one time. And I'm not talking about Little John. What are you talking about, William? Pigeon Forge? You have provided me some of the most joy I've ever experienced in my life on this channel. When I put Rutger in his place about speaking down to Pigeon Forge. That was a bunch of nonsense. I'm going to Pigeon Forge. I want to do a PHO meetup in Pigeon Forge. I don't know what the heck we do. I guess go to Margaritaville. What, Van? No, I'm dead serious. It's hard to see all the comments. Coach Smith, see you? I think he said the S word, Michael B. I don't know. It's late. So it was this right here, Michael B. But honestly, it's worth it losing some monetization over Bill Burr. I'm fine with that because it's Bill freaking. I always wait for you to notice me in chats. Well, there you go. Pigeon Forge. You are the only person that has ever joined the PHO Patreon who I said, make sure your name is Pigeon Forge. That was top 5 funniest things that has ever happened on this channel. And we have had some absolute absurd things happen on here. But me defending a random city in Tennessee was because of you. So, William, from this point forward, I'm going to notice you in every chat. But, truth be told, it's hard. Okay, there's a lot of people in here. My live streams, I try to be very conversational and get everybody involved. So, my apologies to you, William. Okay? 865 in the house. Yeah, Jay Hill, who's nuts? Notre Dame. Okay, I'll talk about Notre Dame. I don't know what's going on there, right? And I know a lot of you want to talk about them. Look, college football fans, we're a petty species. Notre Dame fans talked a lot of ish. But what did I say? Okay. This was the only thing that I felt. This was a point I made 1,000 times over, right? And this happens a lot in relationships as well, right? Happens a lot. Okay. You all of a sudden start making a lot of excuses about why you're not happy in your life with your significant other, whether you're married, unmarried, twice married, whatever. This happens a lot. You start blaming other things when the issue is you're not comfortable who you're with. Now, I will say this about Notre Dame fans. The reason why, this is the truth, okay? The reason why the conversation surrounding Brian Kelly and why their sourness continued for so long is because they did not believe in Marcus Freeman. They didn't. They were indirectly telling you that they did not believe in who they just hired. Notre Dame fans felt they rushed it. Who can blame them? They all had their own reasons as to why they didn't believe in Marcus Freeman. But they were telling on themselves for constantly trolling Brian Kelly, right? And look, did Brian Kelly do some funny, cringy things during the offseason that honestly jabbed the knife into Notre Dame fans' back even further? Yes. But Notre Dame fans were basically saying, I do not believe in the guy that we hired. Now, if you said, hey, Marcus Freeman, he is going to push our program forward. Hey, look at our 2023 recruiting class. Hey, we haven't been, we're actually going to get over the hump with Marcus Freeman. They're terrible. Okay? So that is all I will say about Notre Dame. But the truth is, they have a head coach and an OC that bit off more than they can chew, quite honest. Now, let me see if I don't know about you guys, but I'm not one to, write off a coach just based on one, performance. But here we are. Leonard. Let's see, man. Let's see if I find Leonard's photo on here. There he is. Rocking a PHL shirt. His sons are soon. We'll soon have some PHL shirts as well. Yeah, it was crazy. Lincoln Riley and Billy Napier go down. I still think Lincoln is great. Utah's a really good team, right? My bad, LSU made me drink. All right, so I am going to let you in on a little secret, okay? Because Michael B. super chatted. I'm always, very forthcoming. So something crazy happened to me tonight. And I'll get back into LSU chatter in just a second. So we flew in. Haley booked, a nice hotel in Chicago. I like, sacrificing some other things on a trip for having a nice hotel in a nice area, right? Because I like my stuff. I don't know about you guys. So I'm carrying my, my computer with me, and it's my whole business, right? This Mac is what I do everything on. So we stay in this nice, hotel, and we stay next to this building called the Chicago Theater, right? It's this famous building. And the reason why we came to Chicago was just for Haley. All right, it was Haley's birthday. We fly in Thursday night. We get to our area at around 7 p.m. and we decided to make a last-second decision to take the train. And I drive by, or we get out of the train, and right when you get off the train at our stop, the subway train, you see the Chicago Theater, and on the marquee, Chris Rock. Now, you guys know, I do not go to many shows. College football is my entertainment. That's it. The Chicago Theater is a block away from where we're staying right now. I had to go see him. I'd seen every comedian that I've ever wanted to see. The comics that got me on stage. Chris Rock was the final one. There are plenty of comedians that I would like to see live. Never gotten to see Chris Rock. He hadn't toured in 5 years. Don't know if I'm ever going to see him. So, last night, we did Haley's birthday show, Harry Styles. We're flying out tomorrow. So, midway through the second quarter, went to go see Chris Rock right next door. So I got to catch as much of the, actually midway through the third quarter, midway through the beginning of the second half. I watched Jaden Daniels' last touchdown. I watched, a few drives after that. And I put my phone in the yonder pouch. And I didn't know what happened till I left the building at, I think, like 10 p.m. Left the show a little early. So I got to see my idol. This man who is just, to me, the best to ever hold a microphone. I never thought I'd get to see him in the flesh. I didn't get to go see him in New Orleans a few weeks ago. And I just don't get these opportunities. And he was right. I had no clue. There was no plans. So, obviously this is, very important to me. So I was like, okay, well, start the live stream a little bit later. And I went to go see Chris Rock. And he is still the greatest. So I skipped the opener, watch as much of the game, then put the phone in the pouch, then watch, as much of the all the fourth quarter on like 2 times speed, had it recorded on my computer. And so I cheated on the Tigers. So yeah, it was calling me. The 81-yard run from Richardson was pretty ridiculous. It was. Jalen Hyatt. Nuts is not good enough. Get over it. So, it was one of those things. So I was like kicking myself. Like the Chicago Theater where we're staying is like right there. So I was like, I'm never getting this opportunity again. I might never see him again. Right. So I've seen Chappelle do an hour. And, it's just one of those things. Like, you all have your bucket list bands. And the funny thing about it was we had a lot of you miss miss the LSU Auburn game a few weeks ago because Rock was in New Orleans. So yeah. William, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So you guys know I'm always open with you. think you guys know how much I love comedy. I dedicated a good portion of my life. I don't do it much anymore. You guys know how much that meant to me. So that's part of the reason why I put the live stream a little bit later. I also like just doing the live stream a little bit later. Doing it a few weeks ago versus Auburn, there's just 1,000 different shows going on at once. And, allows me, even after the Chris Rock show was over, I left early and gave myself some time to, rewatch, some of the stuff from the fourth quarter, skipped a few plays here and there. But I was able to watch most of it, including a play that we haven't talked a whole lot about, the Harold freaking Perkins strip sack. God, he's so special. It's every week. And you play him. He makes a play. Okay. So Josh Williams barely edges out Kayshon Boutte for player of the game. Oh, people are trolling Gilbo so hard. Huh? Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like I was watching a god tonight. I'm a huge fan, but like I was like, okay, this is just not gonna, like, he's so famous now, he doesn't have to craft like a bunch of material. Man, it's just so good. It's so good. And someone just messaged me, hey, can you share some of the bits? I won't say who, but that is something I won't do. Like, I'll talk about like some famous bits that everybody knows, but there's a lot. Why didn't us get in the game tonight? All right, William. You get to pick the next topic. Okay. Now, I will address this here. Okay. Xavier Jones did have a really good game tonight. Look, he's a run and chase end. He's not going to, if you scheme him up, he's going to make a play. He's not going to bend the edge like 1,000 times a year. You're not going to look at him and say, look, there's Arden Key. Savion Jones is Jabari Roscoe. He's going to do his job. He's going to run and chase people down. He's going to play really hard. And he's good to have on the field. I like a guy that's got a motor. This is key. Can JD continue it? Now, he gets another good matchup this week. Okay. Lane Train's coming to town. Our defense has played 2 poor games in a row. Okay. Tonight was objectively bad. Last week, they were put in some really bad spots. Now, what happened? Well, Bernard Converse is starting to struggle on deep stuff over the top. If you go look really closely at his Oklahoma State career, he can get beat on balls behind him, as can most corners, but he's not the absolute fastest player on the planet, right? So, he's still good. He's better to have on the field than not on the field. But if he continues to get beat deep over the top, well, you can't play him, right? So, hopefully he bounces back. Obviously, he's very experienced. Um, LSU is 2-0 versus the ETNs. Very interesting. I didn't think about it that way. We'd be undefeated versus Clemson if we would have kept giving Jay Hill the ball, right? Huh? Florida going out sad. Gotta love it. So I haven't really been able to pay attention. I wanted to pull this up, okay? This is crazy. All right. I was fine with Billy Napier if he would have been the guy at LSU. And he's done an okay job at Florida, right? Um, but obviously, I prefer Brian Kelly. He's a more experienced coach. I will say this, though. I prefer the coach that gets the football down the field. And up to this point, Billy Napier had done a better job of that than we have, right? And let's see if we can replicate what we did tonight, right? This was the first time we had a competent, consistent passing game, right? If Billy Napier would have been the coach at LSU, I would have been fine with it. I would have. But obviously, you get the most accomplished head coach hire arguably ever. There's probably never been a head coach with a better resume who's been hired at any job at the collegiate level without winning a national championship than Brian Kelly. So obviously, you hit the home run right there. But the truth is this, right? The two coaches I wanted the most, one lost today in Lincoln Riley, one won today in Lane Kiffin. Why did I want those two coaches the most? It's simple. They put points on the board. It's nothing more, nothing less. Okay? Today in the SEC, who would have thought today in the SEC, the West team that would score the fewest points was Mississippi State, right? They only scored 17. But today, LSU put up 45, Arkansas put up 52, Alabama put up 49, Ole Miss put up 48, Auburn put up 34. Okay? This is football. Okay? Let's go, Jeremy. Let's go. Lane is so special. He's just a very special head coach, right? Um, Look what he's doing at Ole Miss is just crazy. They've never been this good, never, right? Now, something very important to keep in mind keep in mind when discussing Ole Miss is out of any team in the West up to this point, no team, and I mean zero zip zilch nada teams have had as easy of a schedule than Ole Miss. In fact, this is one of the easiest SEC West schedules I've ever seen to start a season. And Ole Miss's win over Kentucky a few weeks ago, Kentucky is really good, was very, very, very flawed. They kind of backed into the win. I won't get into what exactly happened there. So while I am a big Lane guy, there are some things about his coaching that, you know, make me raise my eyebrow, right? So while Ole Miss is going to have all this positive momentum, they have a better offense than ours. We're at home. This is going to be the toughest game that they have played, right? Kentucky is probably a better team than us, I'll say that. But, you know, truth be told, Ole Miss really hadn't seen anything just yet. So, you know, I'll be the first to tell you that Ole Miss game versus Kentucky was very, very, very weird. I'll put it like that. Okay? Someone text that. Ha, ha, ha. I freaking love it. Oh. Let's go to William here. They ran a good game plan tonight. I hope BK and staff get some recognition after this win. Shut up some of those talking heads. Hey, I'm one of those people. BK shut me up tonight. I was very critical of him this week. And, you know, we did in theory start slow, 7-0 lead, but we didn't start too slow. You know, we bounced right back. So, you know, a slow start to me is going down 17-0, right? Okay, you know, you can't go low on a quarterback in that spot. I'm just so high on life right now. Most important thing is we do not suck. That's good to say. Cole Taylor with a nice catch over the middle. If Cole Taylor is playing in the swamp, he's going to do something relevant. And like he might be, fifth-year senior. This is only technically year 2 for him. I mean, it's year 3, but only year 2 is eligibility. Your wife put the thermostat on 63. I was 20 degrees higher than you. What's up, Brig? Good to see you. Bruce, good to see you. LSU will probably be that'd be a really good 2-loss team. Look really quickly. Caleb Williams is absurdly good at football. Absurdly good. There you go. Thank you so much, Michael V. I love it. She is sound asleep. Notice she is sound asleep as the temperature went down. She didn't really go to sleep until the temperature dropped. Yeah, King Ulysses, you don't know what you don't have until you don't have it. But yes, join the PHL T-shirt club. I got plenty of shirts in stock. All you got to do is follow the bottom scroll. What's up, Rowie? Good to see you. I'll give David Shaw a lot of credit. They lost a backbreaker at like 2 in the morning last week. Are there any games still on right now? Perk, baby. There you go, JL. Rocking the Jordan shirt, man. Dude, I had to rock it at Chi-Town, baby. You got to rock the greatest of all time. I heard that. Call me an old head all you want. Had to rock the greatest of all time. So I grew up in a Jordan household. So he's God. So I did get to see the Jordan statue in the United Center. I've always wanted to see it. And it's pretty epic. Not gonna lie. Hey, look. The Master Blaster. So I'm kind of a LeBron stan because he's part owner of Liverpool Football Club. So I like LeBron too. But you grow up in a Jordan household, you're Jordan, right? Savion Jones has always had a little stand crew in here. I like that. The PHL t-shirts. There's Rick. He super chatted earlier. That's him in his PHL shirt. So freaking happy we won tonight. This is a good photo right here. So a few of you have been sending me these. Do a shot live. Okay. There's Rick in his shirt. This is from the PHL meetup right here. Do another one soon. Marcus. There's Buster. So the PHL shirt. Look at that. Shows off the biceps. This photo is cold-blooded right here. Cold-blooded. So Van, I forgot Van's still in the chat. Noted Manning hater. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Peyton stan. I'm a Peyton stan. Freaking love Peyton Manning. $40, and you get a bunch of extra stuff with it. Not to brag, I feel like I send the best care package with the shirts. There you go. Michael B and Michael B. Next thing you know, Michael B. Jordan's going to be popping in here. Hey, I think I know somebody in here who might know him. I love it. I knew it. I swear to you. I swear to you. I swear to you. I knew Hitstick was going to do some version of a troll. I knew it. I hope Van is still in here right now. I really do. I knew Hitstick was going to do some version of a troll. And I know Michael B is loving this because Michael B actually loves comedy. I love a good joke. Oh, man. That is crazy. That is so good. I freaking love it. Here's what I'll do. Okay. Since I'm not going to sleep tonight, and if I make a mess here, I'm leaving in a few hours. I'm just kidding. I'm not like that. But if I do make a mess here, I'm not going to be in a. You know what? You know what's funny? I have never done the shotgun a beer. I've never done that. Never done it. Never done it. So if I get another hundo super chat, I will do it. I will. Actually, I don't know if I brought my keys on this trip or not. but I'll find something. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Those fruity drinks at the Harry Styles concert were expensive. It was Haley's birthday because you can't say no. Y'all will not believe this. Swear on everything. This dude prints money. Prints freaking money. They were selling his t-shirts. So just like his tour t-shirts, I've seen tour t-shirts being sold for like $40, right? I think 40's fair, right? So for me, I sell my shirts $40 and I throw in a lot of cards. You get stickers, you get bands with it. The Harry Styles shirt is not as nice as my shirt. I can pull it out even. Pause. Bought the shirt $57. $57 for just some t-shirt. $57. I think I do have another beer in here. Why would you? $100 Coldplay. $120 for a t-shirt? Are you kidding me? 7-Eleven app, they deliver beer? That's crazy. Cumby showed me this photo here. The AD and what's it, Danny White and gosh, Heupel. Unbelievable. I still can't believe the special team stuff. Oh, Wilder fought the. I didn't know that who he was fighting. I hadn't been keeping up with boxing at all. I'm serious. Oh, okay. Thought at first when I saw the video, I was like, he's not fighting the Gypsy King again, is he? I'll look this up. When was this fight announced? This guy he knocked out good, Homenius. Tyson Fury. Look like his old self. Okay. Let's go, Wilder. Please tell me he didn't walk in and like armor that weighed 200 freaking pounds. Huh? 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 I still don't believe the shirts were 120 for one shirt. Coldplay was selling their t-shirts for 120 bucks. All right, that's fine, Ryan. Look, a lot of people work hard on them. That's the beauty of this game, though. You never know. Dang, the old vet. What were you doing? Mm. All right, here's what we're going to do. We'll keep this party moving. You keep the super chats flowing, but I'll answer as many questions as I can in the next 5 minutes. So let's get to it. Adam Malort yet? I don't know what I don't know what that is, Burke. But good to see you. Perkins is a savage, absolutely. Wilder lost 30 pounds. It's interesting. Good to see you, Sip G. Thanks again to, once again, before we get out of here, all our top super chatters, Michael B. and Van, obviously leading the way tonight. Really appreciate it. Also, Jason dropped a really nice halftime super chat. I really appreciate those big super chats go a long way. So to you three, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate my friendship with all three of them as well. Ruston High School Bearcats. I saw they beat Neville. I don't know who they played this past weekend. Yeah, so best part of my weekend is going to sound cheesy. I got to see who I wanted to see tonight, Chris Rock. That was a total surprise. Hand on the Bible, I had no idea he was going to be here in Chicago. Had no idea he would be performing right next door. But that wasn't the best part, right? It would have been hard for me, to Chris Rock has just been a big impact on me. It would have been hard for me to never see him live. So that was pretty cool. Obviously, getting to see Haley really happy. She is such a big Harry Styles fan. So getting to see her happy in her habitat with all the other Harry Styles fans. Obviously, it's kind of awkward. You're there and you look like absolutely nobody else there. And I had my bow tie on and all that stuff. But she had a great time, obviously. But today, William, best part of my weekend, I got to see a friend today that I talked to a lot, and his name is Brad. And I got to meet up with him and his wife. Me and Haley went and had drinks with them. And he is a fellow sports card enthusiast. And because sports cards, it has gotten bigger, but there's not as many, you know, like there's just not that many people like really, really, really into it. Um, he's kind of become one of my really good friends. I talk to him a lot, and I got to meet him today. And it kind of feels like when I get to meet some of you guys, right? So, I get to be around Haley all the time. I know we'll go to another Harry Styles concert again. It was really cool seeing Chris Rock. It was really cool getting to eat all this great Chicago food. As you guys know, I'm fat, so I like food a lot. But the best part was getting to see Brad. It really was. Because you never know if you're going to get to see and meet these people. I might not ever get to see Brad again. It's hard. He lives in a completely different part of the country than I do. And the fact that, you get to see one of your buddies is obviously really, really cool. There you go. We got a few other. Zach is super huge in a sports card. He has one of the biggest Skylar Mays collections, Zach Rome. Oh, you get to see him next month? You're lucky. He's a goat. He's a goat. You got to go see him. That's what it's. Thoroughly impressed today. I don't know, Billy. Honestly, don't know. But if they win next week, they'll be up there. Bill Burr's up there as well. Bill Burr and Rock. Goes back and forth between those two, honestly. So, yeah, you know what? I've never seen Bill Burr live, so I guess I got to go see him now. So, yeah, I guess I got to go see Bill Burr now. Because I always said, I was like, okay, you got to go see Kevin Hart. You got to go see Dave Chappelle. You got to go see Chris Rock. Because my phone backdrop was always those three on a stage together somewhere. So I guess I do need to go see Burr now. I guess that would be like the next bucket list comic. William, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Malort is a Chicago thing. What a name. Huh? Anderson Silva, Jake Paul. You know what's funny is half of what makes a comedian great is their voice. If you really think about it, there's not a lot of comedians that have radio voice or they have golden voice. There's not a lot of comedians that sound like James Earl Jones, right? Most comics have a very unique voice where if they talk, you know immediately who they are. Right? What's up? Beginner to expert pro HVAC. What's up, baby? Just got done watching Wilder get a knockout win. Seeing you doing an LSU live and had to come holler at you before I lay it down. If boxing and Power Hour LSU is what gets you in the mood, you go for it. I think you meant to say lay down. Could be both. Let's go. What's up, Aaron? Aaron, you stay up later than anybody. I swear. I can call Aaron at 4 a.m. He's going to pick up. I know it. I love it. I know Aaron's fired up about this win. Let's go. Gotta get I'm telling you, your wife's red velvet milkshake is still one of the most delicious things I've ever had in my life. There he is. We're going to be hanging out for a little bit. Great W. Like, when you really think about it, Bill, they all have like a very unique sounding voice. Like, for me, Chris Rock's voice just makes me so happy. Like the actual sound it produces, it's almost musical, if you will. Now the material is really good, but still, unique like your laugh or my love for Sunbelt Billy. Hey, I think Billy's gonna do fine there, except when he plays LS mother F N U. J Hill is sticking with it. I freaking love it. I love it. Get a photo of the show. This thing has been freaking me out all weekend. This thing. You mean today? What? You know what I should do? I should go see if there is a red-eye flight to New Orleans, like in the next hour. And Haley just wake up and I'm gone, right? I think she would love me enough to pack all my stuff up and bring it home. But I'm just saying, like, I should just do that. Red eye to New Orleans right now. Pretty legendary, right? All the GOATs are going to be on the field tomorrow. Joe, Jamar, Tyron, Jarvis. Like, really, how many more LSU legends have there ever been on one field in a pro game more than what it's going to be tomorrow? John, you went to the game tonight? I love hearing that our PHLers get to go to the game. Glad you got to go, man. You based in Florida, or did you just make the trip? What do you think, Van? Should I? Haley is passed out. I'm not gonna lie. There's a piece of me that is very mad that I'm not getting to go tomorrow or today. Joy, did you see this? Hey, she brought joy to the team. You can't lose with Joy, the glorious Joy Taylor. It's kind of crazy though, how much LSU flavors in the media now. One of my buddies just became, and I say he's my buddy. I hadn't talked to him in forever, but we were buddies at LSU, and he just got the co-host chair with Joy Taylor, David Hellman, on the new show on Fox. So shout out to Hellman. I remember David Hellman. He was a big, big, big Mariners fan. So he got that job, and the Mariners made a run. So he had a great year. But yeah, it was just crazy. How many truly talented people are in the media now that have LSU ties, right? It's crazy. I will, James. I do not take Joy Taylor slander on here. I will delete that comment. Actually, I'm gonna put you in 3. You get James. You're getting timeout here. Oh, it blocks him for 5 minutes. I thought it only blocked him for 2. This is a pro Joy Taylor channel only. That's it. I thought it blocked him for a minute. Oh well. We will not slander the GOAT, Joy Taylor's name. I wish I could undo it. I didn't want to block him for a full minute. I was kind of just joking around. So he's blocked for it says 5 minutes here. What does it pop up on the actual stream? Oh, I can't unblock him. So what if I made a mistake? What do you think the chances are for LSU now being the SEC West just wide open? It is wide open. I like James. I didn't I didn't know it'd go. I thought it would just leave him. You guys know I don't like blocking people. I think I still don't know how to unblock people. So I'd have to go look up how to unblock music. It was kind of a joke. But whatever. James can come back in here in a few seconds. But I will say this. during Mason Taylor's career at LSU, Joy Taylor will be on this channel. There you go, Michael B. We're a dog channel here. No, it wasn't music there. Pete, I think some of you just wanted music blocked. I didn't care. Like, music said one thing. I don't even remember what he said, but I was so mad about the Harold Perkins thing last week. Not as much he didn't play, but that, we didn't know why he didn't play. And nobody asked, okay? Post-game press conferences are intense. They're tough. So someone didn't ask, no big deal. But I kind of felt that was a big story and somebody needed to ask it and get asked. That's how it is, right? So that's why I was so mad. So I blocked music. But, I put James in timeout, so he's not blocked. Wait, music got blocked by Blake too? Music probably thinks, because Blake and I are obviously really close, music probably thinks that I told Blake to block him. What's up, Reggie? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. We are a better chat with Reggie in it. Keep fighting, man. We're with you, brother. Damn it. So, we can't. I had 3 beers left. Okay. 3 beers. All right. So I told Haley, hey, when I come back in this 83-degree furnace here, finish your White Claws and just put the final 3 Michelob Ultras in the fridge. Now, she does everything for me, I'm going to be honest. But I now have to drink these lukewarm beers while staying up all night because our fridge does not keep things cool. It takes 7 years to get this thing cool. I will say this about music, though. Music did want Urban Meyer for the LSU head coaching job. Urban Meyer. Music. And I allowed him. That's all good, Reggie. We're with you, man. But no, and I was like, music. I know you're not being serious. Urban Meyer, top 5 college football head coach, arguably of all time. Okay? Of all time. But he's not right now. Not in his current state. Okay? So I asked him, I was like, hey, it's okay if you say this once, but quit bringing up Urban Meyer. Please. Okay? There he is. He's back. But, I was like, it's a trolly comment. You don't actually think Urban Meyer is the best coach. So there you go. So Michael B gets back in here and since his super chat is back up, I'll let him decide. Yeah, I'm a big lane guy. I think, that game's going to be tough. But the thing is both defenses right now aren't playing great. I think some of that is fatigue, right? So, in Matt House's defense of his defense, see what I did there? To defend his defense in his defense of his defense. The defenses get tired. So, Ole Miss is probably going to score a lot on us next week. We're going to need to do the same against their defense that isn't that great. So we'll see. All right, Michael B. Your super chat is still up. Let me know if it's okay if I can sign off because I do need to start cutting the film study. If I was at home, I wouldn't mind staying up until 3 or whenever. You guys know this. So let me know if it's okay if I sign off because I don't like leaving on a super chat, and I feel like you've supported me as much as anybody. Obviously, you, Van, Jason, Jared. There's so many to name. So I'm gonna let you make the call, Michael B. If you want me to keep going, I'll keep going. And if not, we'll start getting the film study cut for tomorrow because I got a long day of travel tomorrow. Oh, Classico is in the morning? I didn't know that. Not gonna lie to you, Pegasus. I love the EPL. That's my thing, and I love soccer. You know this, but college football is kind of my job now. So I can't since the college football season is so much shorter than La Liga and the EPL and all that. I don't really start watching it until later. And obviously this year is going to be freaking crazy with the World Cup happening in December, which is still, I think, going to be a massive story because we are such a TV-based sports society now. Our sports calendar is going to be so freaking loaded in December. And I don't think we're quite prepared for that just yet. But I also think the World Cup being held in the winter is not good for the sport of soccer because you miss a big American window for all these other, you're in the summer where there's nothing, you're not competing against anything. It's crazy. All right. So, Michael B., thank you so much for your generosity, especially a big one such as that. I'm going to let Haley know that despite her burning me to a crisp in here, that you wanted to give her a birthday super chat. So thank you so much, Michael B., for you. Okay? So I'm going to start cutting this film study. It won't be as deep and detailed. I'm going to go ahead and say it now. But we're still going to do it big. Let's go. It is Power Hour LSU. Boom. LSU wins. I got to see the greatest mother effort to ever step on a stage. Now I got to go see Bill Burr at some point. Got to see the great Chris Rock tonight. It's great. And tonight, oh look, I still have it. Some of you, let me see. Look at it. Huh? So I'm going to be honest, and I'm not shilling out just to get them to sponsor my show, but the deep dish at Rotolo's is better than the deep dish in Chicago. Now, I had the touristy deep dish, and that is really good deep dish. Don't get it twisted. But look, I took a photo of it, Michael. I'll send it to you. I'll just show it to you right now. I didn't have like a lot of Chicagoans message me that hey, that's not like the real deep dish. It is good though. Like, see if I can get it. It was good. It really was good. It's like a sweeter sauce to Lou Maltinati's. I didn't get the Giordano's, whatever. So, yeah. So, I will say the Rotolo's deep dish is better. I've never eaten a pizza better than the Rotolo's Big Apple pizza. So yeah. And I now will be chatting in the Discord with our Patreons. So if you are staying up, we're going to be chatting in the Patreon Discord. So please come join. Once again, only $9.99 a month. You get my extra film studies. You get my extra scouting report. I did my scouting report from a Chili's airport. Yeah, the restaurant Chili's, they have their own airport. The baby back ribs need special shipment. No, I did my scouting report from in a Chili's inside of an airport. So yeah, shows you a little behind the scenes on that. So go to patreon.com/LSU football. Okay. This is crazy. I love this. I love the pizza like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in the Half Shell, Turtle Power. I love it. I guess I am Master Splinter. And tonight, got some Lou Malnati's or Mentinis. I don't know how to say it. Baby back runway. I love it. So I'll see you in the Patreon. Let's go in the Discord. Let's go.